to get out the house and take a break and unplug. There's so many videos being made with Kwani's name in it. Because Kwani and Miss Olivia were the only two that had content. So everybody is riding out for views and clicks. Everybody is saying Kwani ran this girl. Whoever she is, I don't even know. The best that I got, whatever. Ran her off of YouTube. You can't run nobody off of YouTube. Look at that motherfucker right there. You see that motherfucker? That's what they have y'all eat. See? That's that old slave food. Right there. Them possums. Right there. Them damn possums. Baby. They ain't like niggas. They only come out at night. Yes, I digress. One person cannot run another person off of YouTube. You are strangers in the dark. You wouldn't know that person if they stood next to you. Because they put your name in a video, well, the way it's turned out, damn near 50% of the black YouTube sector has Kwani's name in it. Is she going to respond to all 50 of those people because they had her name in a video? And maybe what they had to say could have been said in a better way. I don't know how old this person was that everybody is claiming Kwani ran off of YouTube. This is the problem with technology. Is that you don't get a chance to sit back and think. This is this woman's opinion. They're like assholes. We all have them. And I'm sick and tired of people disregarding someone else's opinion, which is their right to express. You may not like it, but that, and this is how I feel, that doesn't give you free reign to call somebody a bitch or call them out their name. How old was that woman? Was she a child? Was she in her 20s? Was she in her 30s? Y'all had each other's phone numbers. If she was out of line, can't somebody be the bigger person and pick up the phone? Somebody got to be the bigger person. Do you know how many times I've apologized to people being the bigger person because they want to hold on to some petty or the way that I express myself hurt their feelings? So I have to step in and say, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it that way. You don't run anybody off. Nobody runs YouTube but Google. That's all. But now you got S. Hutchinson. You got new vloggers. You got the young vloggers. You got everybody. Kwani ran so-and-so off of YouTube. That's not something to be proud of. We still are in chaos. chaos. Y'all say it's a corporation? Alrighty now, I'm getting ready to go up in a store and buy something. Because I always frequent this particular store. And if they don't say what I think they should say, then I'm going to curse them out. Wow, how grown is that of me? Wow, that's a good way to express myself. I say I don't care. I don't know these bitches. I don't care about these bitches. But I ramble on and on and on and continuously call a person a B. Women are like my 2 female pet dogs. One of them is going to be the alpha. One is going to be the alpha. If not, you put a bunch of women together, baby, it's going to be a cat fight. Black women still cannot get along with one another. If you don't agree with them, they're going to get in their feelings. They're going to get pressed. They're going to start screaming and hollering. They're going to talk over you. Like you're not supposed to have an opinion of your own. That you can express what your beliefs are. Why you believe that? They don't even give you a chance. They just hang up the phone. Why have a live call in and say, we want people to call in and express how they feel, how they look at the situation. And then when you do, you get screaming and hollering and hanging up the phone. I don't get it. Am I supposed to be a yes person? That everything a person says, I'm a yes man to it? Yes, you're right. You're right. You're right. When I know you're not. It's called each one, teach one. If I've got reference, and I can reference what I'm saying, and you won't let me get the words out of my mouth because you don't like what I'm saying. What are we exhibiting? Nigga behavior of not knowing when to be quiet, when to listen. Kwani, I know it wasn't you that hung up the phone. Because the phone was going to get hung up on me before until you stepped in and said, wait. Let's hear her out. Because I have been called a B already. I have been called every name in the book already because of my opinion and the research and the information and what I've lived through, that the person just did not want to hear it because I did not agree. There's racism up and down YouTube. We're killing one another. If there could be one panel with live call-ins where people are able to express themselves, express why they feel that way. Wasn't that the whole purpose of having a debate team in school? See, I find it very hypocritical when you say that you are black, but yet your nephew goes to a predominantly white school. That's very hypocritical. Because if you down for your black people, you don't bypass black schools for him to get a good education. You fight to make that black school educate your nephew the way he's supposed to be educated. Not take him to another school where it's predominantly white because you know that he's going to get an education. That's hypocritical. You either down for it or you're not. You can't ride the fence. The white ones that are in the black sector, see, you don't get attention unless somebody responds to them. They wouldn't have the ranch, and Ask April wouldn't have subscribers if people didn't constantly talk about her, because the majority of people on YouTube are women, and women like gossip. We love gossip. If I put a title on a video talking about club chat, 50, 60 people gonna look at it. If I put a title on sharing some gems, sharing some books, I might get about 15 or 16 likes. That goes to show you, we still some gossiping porch monkeys who want to sit out and listen to the neighborhood gossip before the internet came about, and then get on their phone and call somebody up and gossip about everything they saw in the neighborhood. And it would go from one phone call to another phone call to another phone call. Now you have the internet, and it's gossip. It's not content. I don't care how long somebody lived in the South. Chicago is the most segregated city in the United States of America. When Dr. King was here, he even said, this is the most segregated northern city I have ever lived in. Yes, he lived here in Chicago. He sure did. They threw rocks at him. They busted his head open. These white people here are vicious. They're vicious. So I don't have to be down south to understand the hate. I don't have to be down south to relate to prejudice and the racism. All I gotta do is go to a different neighborhood of their mind, and I'm gonna get it. It's just that simple. So you can label me a northerner, southerner, I'm a Midwestern. But this bullshit of racism, I can just see it now when reparations, if we ever get reparations, because again, we fall for the bait. We fall for the bait, we eat it, we shit it out, and we eat it again. I could just see it now. Arguing over skin complexion as to who should get how much money. And for all of you all that want to deny Africa because the blood, sweat, and tears of your ancestors are in this soil, you sure are representing them in a very positive manner with your words and with your actions. I don't see why I cannot. When I fill out an application at the doctor, and the only choice I'm given is black, but yet everybody else can put down, I'm Polish, I'm Dutch, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that. Wrong answer. Genetics play a lot in how your child comes out looking. You need to do a DNA test. You need to peep the commercial for DNA. And when white boy hold up his results, it says 5% African American. Because again, Africa was the mother of civilization. We gotta do better. We gotta do better. We gotta do better. We killing ourselves out in these streets. We killing ourselves with the words that we speak. You don't know thyself. Anything that I share, you can take it or you can leave it. But I know when I leave this earth, if I touch 2 people, 1 person, into saying, you know what? I'm going to start checking out these black bookstores. I'm going to sit in on some of these seminars that they have. I'm only in my 20s or 30s. I want to learn what happened to the Panthers. What happened to the organization RAM? Why did they shoot up Huey Newton right here? Why did he get turned out on drugs? Why is one of the Black Panthers an alderman here in Chicago, Bobby Rush, whose hands are as dirty as they get? Why is Jesse Jackson not a key player in Chicago anymore? Because he was as dirty as they came. He gets no respect from black people here. As a matter of fact, they ask him not to show up. How come Ralph Abernathy didn't get that seat? See, I'm questioning the question. I'm not saying I know everything, but damn it. Because somebody sat me down in the classroom and told me that this is what it is, I'm going to believe it? No. I'm going to bookstores. I'm going to sit down with the elders. I'm going to talk to them. I'm going to use my recorder and record people in their 90s and ask them, which I've already done, how do you see the world today? Opposed to when you were a child. The morals and the standards. How these young ladies dress now. Opposed to when you were young. Why do you think that our young black women want to replicate white women and wear weaves? Why don't they love themselves, know themselves? I told you I fell into this sector. I fell into it. Well, before I fell into it, a play was started. Starting with my grandmother, who was 98 years old, who I have on tape that I interviewed. And then it moves into a 70-year-old. And then it moves to a 50-year-old. And then it moves to a 30-year-old until we get up into today's generation. And we can see how morals, standards, respectful of elders is no longer there. We don't have anybody to tell us what to do. All we do is sit and complain, and complain, and complain, and complain. No. You've already acknowledged what the problem is. Now, what's your plan? How you gonna work your plan? How are you going to stop racism within the black community? How are you going to stop racism in the country? Again, y'all never fail me. You never fail me. This sector could be so educational. It could be such a beautiful sector. Unfortunately, it's not. Just watching Fabe do her Friday night. It's funny, but it just shows you how sick these people are. When she reports on them, the things that they do, they're all damaged women. Damaged. I'm a damaged woman who is still learning myself. I can stand in my truth. We gotta do better. Else, those little nephews, those little sons, those little boys, they're gonna have a world that's gonna eat them up, spit them out. We done babied them. We done taught them that, it's okay to call a woman a bitch and a whore. It's okay. It's all right, because she deserved that. One thing my grandmother taught me, when my son turned 16, make him iron his own clothes. Make him wash the dishes. Teach him how to clean up. Make him independent. Don't sit there and do everything for him. That's how she raised my father. At 16, he was working. He was taught to be the head, not the tail. And he was raised with nothing but women. But y'all like to dox people? Find out my name and then Google my father. Google my father and find out where I come from. Find out the legacy my father left. Find out the legacy he left for us to continue on. But I'm not going to be disrespected, hung up on, called outside of my name. I produce reference. I haven't seen anything of reference but a picture of Dr. Martin Luther King. I haven't seen a book. Everybody keeps saying the library is open, bookstores are open. Where are your books? Where they at? Where's your library card? You all never fail me.